One way or another, let's continue to grind. Too short. And on your way in, Cowboy Nation, be sure to tell a friend or a neighbor where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. The phone lines are open as well. To reserve your spot, just hit that number. And on top of this, Cowboy Nation, this team heading into the area, the land of the unknown. A lot of people look at this as an issue, right? I look at this as a strength. Let's go. Turn me up a little bit more. Yep. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. That's what they say. Party's so good. Party's so good that the foes jump in to see. Come on. Let's go. 657-390-7391. Shout out to you, Jay Lombardi. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. I like how this part come in right here. Watch how this part come in right here. Yeah. Let me quit playing with y'all. You know, I bet the people in that car like, yeah. Cowboy Nation, I see y'all in the chat. It said Jay Ferguson coming for that spot. Well, let him come for it. The spot is wide open. And the last taste that the Cowboys got in their mouths, as far as tight end play, we paid Blake Jarwin. And we was waiting to see Blake Jarwin do his thing, and then the backbone connected to the hip bone, and the hip bone slipped, and a whole bunch of things happened, of course. And then I think he had before all of that, he had an ACL tear, right? And that's the story of the Cowboys' life, right? We pay a guy, his guy get hurt. And that's just been the situation. Ain't this right, Brittany? Appreciate you for jumping in. Sean, shout out to you that's on the Facebook. Shout out to everyone that's in the Facebook groove and as well as the YouTube world, right? Let me pull up everybody for right now, and let me see you guys' comments on the screen. Let me fix myself up. Yeah, and Cowboy Nation, that's just how it is. But before we get this show on the way, let's give a moment of silence for the original Beast Mode, Marion, the Barbarian. All right. Appreciate everybody. All right. So may he rest in peace. Marion Barber was a hell of a runner, right? Oh, my goodness, he was a hell of a runner. Everybody just slide off of him like butter, right? And when you think about it and you say, man, they had the three-headed monster with him. They had the two-headed monster with him, but he was the driving force. Number 24. I mean, people just slide off of him. He would still form you. He would look for contact, right? That dude was just nasty with it. And, of course, we all have to meet the end. We do. And that's the reality of it, too. When the end comes for us, it's going to come. If law ain't telling you guys anything, I'm telling you that. The end will come for everyone that's watching, listening. But I just want you guys to understand that we only here for a short time. And Bay, in his short time, shoot, he gave the Cowboys some good stuff, right? But neither here nor there, Cowboy Nation. just put your prayers together for the Marion family. And shout out to the Cowboys community, one of the better communities out there for you guys reaching out no matter what time of day or night. You guys hit me up with content or information about players and what's going on. This is a situation. 24, that's my favorite number. Y'all know I wore 24, right? Middle school, high school, so 24 is like the number. And you guys heard the storyline, the reason why I love 24, Everson Walls or what have you. And then, of course, my guy Kobe Bryant wore 24. And 24 is a unique number to me. And Marion, he wore that 24 right. Life is too short. Yep. Shout out to you, Tucker. Appreciate you. Yep. It seemed like Barber was before his time. If we could pick up the young Barber and put him on this team, woo, y'all will be like, yeah, give Zeke and Barber at the same time, and Tony Pollard. Let's start that three-headed monster. Woo-wee, that'll be nice, right? Yeah, right, Cowboy Nation. And Barber could catch, too. Shout out to him. When he was here on this dimension, he was catching that thing and going into it for the end zone, red zone, money zone, touchdown, But, yeah, get 2014 O-line with Barber. Yeah, Jay Lombardi. Yeah, that would have been nice too, right? That would have been a good change of pace. It would have been. The physicality, mentality, beast mode, yeah. Yeah, he shoot. That's why, Marshawn Lynch, when you look at his running style, he wasn't as wild as Barber. Barber was wild with it, would juke with it, and give you the stiffy, right? Marshawn was more straight, but I think Marshawn started looking at that tape and he gets some of that wiggle room that Barber is doing, Yep. And I think Marshawn was beast too, right? Not to silly or denigrate him, but, it is what it is. Shout out to you, Torrey, all the way from Denver, man. Let me know what that weather is like. Best short yardage running back ever. This is Steven Jordan. Yeah. I mean, boy. And now looking at this team, we're heading into the 2022 season, fourth year of the offensive coordinator, OC, Kellen Moore calling the plays. This will be Dak going into his seventh year, or is this his sixth year? He's going into his seventh year, right? Y'all help me out with that. My math is off. But neither here nor there. CeeDee Lamb, a lot of food on his plate for this year, right? A lot of food on his plate because we got CeeDee Lamb going into his, third year, right? And we talked about CeeDee Lamb. We talked about his skill set. We talked about what he brings to the table. And now it's time for us to talk about seventh year. Appreciate you, Burnett. Seventh year this year. Okay, Wells. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh, wait a minute. Is it 6 year or 7 year? Somebody put it down. But this is the situation. The Dallas Cowboys, regardless of the situation, they are paying Dalton Schultz $11 million. $11 million. That's a lot of money, right? Now, as far as tight end, as far as production, people have him in the realms of an Austin Hooper, right? They have him in the realms of the Hayden Hurst type of tight end, right? And I think Hayden Hurst got a little bit more wiggle than him, right? Who you guys kind of compare Dalton Schultz to? Right now, current player, not modern or not past player, modern player that's playing right now. So, and I know y'all not going to say Travis Kelce. Is he like a Dallas Goedert? Who is Dalton Schultz? Or you can just say Dalton Schultz is Dalton Schultz, right? In the past, we would say old man Witten, right? Dump off specialist. This is Jay Lombardi. Poor man's Kelce. Yeah, not even close. I'm reading your comments, Cowboy Nation, because I comb through every catch that Dalton Schultz did in 2021. And we're going to look into those plays, not necessarily as a film breakdown, but we're just going to talk and look into some of these plays, Cowboy Nation. As we look at Dalton Schultz, he was the safety release valve. The Cowboys opposition played the Dallas Cowboys different after the Denver's game. And when we get into the film assessment, we would look into that, into deeper details. But as you guys can see, 5 yards and out, turn, open, there you go, Schultz. And one of his better games, of course, were against the Raiders and, of course, against the Eagles twice. You know, that's where he got a chunk of all of his work. And this is Dalton Schultz. He can find a soft spot in the zone. The Cowboys do that play, by the way too many times. Like, really, we know that play when it's happening, that is going to Schultz, right? And that's the situation. That's a whole nother storyline. But Schultz, he can find the soft areas. He got good hands. He only had 3 drops last season. Passer rating when targeted was 122. Right? And he killed the Eagles. Watch how he squeezes inside and he get back upfield. Got blocks in front of him. Get out the way. Number 2, y'all ain't ready for him. This play, a rollout play, and they pass it to Schultz. You think he's going out of bounds? No. Get out of the way, and he scores the touchdown. So Schultz is a very serviceable tight end. Now, in another situation, in another world, maybe, just maybe, you can find another tight end that can give you these type of productions, the level of production, 8 tubs, what have you, 809 yards, I believe. That's what he caught last season. To be right on the money, 808 yards. That was his reception. And Schultz, the guy that Dak Prescott looked for. Schultz is the guy that Dak Prescott looked for, right? The underneath. Why did he go underneath? Look back at the play. I don't have no way of stopping this clip right here, but you guys can see that they dropping 6 and 7 DBs in coverage. And the best thing to do is to wait to see when the opening spot is in the zone to hit your tight end. You don't want to force the ball, and especially if the tight end is open and if he's your release valve, then that's the guy you go to. You don't want to force it. And Schultz did his thing, especially in multiple games. Now, watch out. He bails Dak Prescott out on this play, I believe. Yeah. Tip ball, and he's able to come back and get that. No speed, no separation. He's irreplaceable. This is from Gamer Lions. Who do you think would replace Schultz? Now, that's a difficult catch right there in between the splits there. Who do you think the Cowboys should have went with to replace Schultz? Durability is another thing too, Cowboy Nation. That's a whole nother talk and conversational piece, right? And on top of that, look how they play the Cowboys. The Denver Broncos said, man, we're going to rush 4 and we're going to drop 7. Rush 4 and drop 7. And Schultz was the safety release foul. Rush 4, look how many people drop back in coverage. Ain't nobody open, and you definitely can't say that one on the outside was open because he got to run his route. They dropped 7, and they still created pressure, and Dak had to get that ball off. Look, they gonna pick up the same philosophy. We're going to rush 4, and we're going to drop 7. Rush 4 and drop 7. Watch. Rush 4 and drop 7. Still get pressure in the face. Yeah, in the face. And old boy Honey Badger covered him like a suit. And look at it, in the end zone. This was a big boy throw, by the way, Cowboy Nation. Big boy throw. And he's able to get it out of the end zone there. Yes, indeed. Good shot by Dak Prescott getting that ball up out of the end zone. Although the Cowboys got beat in this game, I think that they should have ran the ball more. They was able to run the ball, but they shied away from it. Now, in this game, this is just me casually going over this, no film assessment on this, no film breakdown at all. This is just me talking about Schultz and what he brings. This is all of his catches that was over 10 yards, by the way. And as you guys can see, he caught a touchdown. I mean, this was his better game against the Raiders. The Cowboys, if they would have won this game, the MVP would go to Schultz. Schultz was amazing in this Raiders game. He was able to catch those difficult catches, and he took the top off. Look at Schultz taking the top off the defense. Way to go, Schultz. Hey, they compressing the edge. They gave you the middle of the field. I want my tight end to do this too. Isolation one-on-one with the linebacker and beat him. You know, that's what I want my tight end to do. And this was his better game. It's just that the results of the game wasn't the same, right? The Cowboys lost in overtime, and we had a chance to win it, right? But if it's up to me to shut down Schultz, could be easier now because they're not focusing in the end on the wide receiver on the outside of Amari Cooper, right? They can roll coverage and shut down Schultz that way. But now I would say the Cowboys' philosophy would be this right here, Cowboy Nation. They're going to look at it like, okay, Jalen Tolbert, James Washington, one of those guys got to eat if they're going to bracket cover Schultz, which would be a good situation, by the way. They take away the middle of the field, you give Dak more one-on-ones to the outside. And that's where your chunk plays and your bigger yards come at. So as you guys look at check down, dump off specialist Dalton Schultz, let me know how you guys feel. These I'm just going to go ahead and go through all of these clips. Yeah, Henry Jenkins, yes, we lost on that Thanksgiving game. Yeah, but that was one of Schultz's better game, by the way. But he's a solid tight end. He don't deserve to get this type of treatment, by the way. And it's not his fault. It's definitely not his fault that the Cowboys franchise tagged him. They should have allowed him to test the market, right, and see what he would get out there in the open market. And when he would come back to the Cowboys, they could have said, okay, this is the offer. That was the Cowboys' decision to franchise tag him. Washington is trash. Yeah, yeah. But how many times we seeing the same plays over and over again? He had 2 touchdowns called back, nullified, by the way. So he would have had 10 tubs, by the way, for those who out there that don't know. 2 of the touchdowns that Schultz had was called back because of holding by number 52. And I don't have to say his name. I definitely don't have to say his name. So that would have been 10 touchdowns because he had 8. He hops over this guy. Whoop! He gets up the field, and we lost this game, too, by a few points, by the way. Not like the Cards blew us out. We lost by – can somebody put the final score down in the chat? But it was a brutal game. Cowboys, in my opinion, if they were right, they should have corrected the issues in this game before they made it to the playoff. And if you want to take away some of the touchdowns, you can say, okay, you know, he just abused the Eagles, 2 touchdowns in this game. So do that really count against their Walmart players out there that they had? You know, that's a story of a different day if you guys want to look at that. And then, of course, this was against the 49ers who gave us a spanking. Although the score was close, the game was brutal. 25-22, right? All right, so yeah, and of course you guys can see they gave the Cowboys the underneath and said, I dare you, I double dare you to run the ball. Look how they widen out everything, and they definitely said, Cowboys, run it. I dare you to run it, and we'll give you the underneath. We'll drop everybody in coverage, and we will play that brand and that style of defense, Cowboy Nation. That is exactly what happened. Those were the clips of all, not few, but all of Dalton Schultz catches that was north of 10 yards. I went through, combed through, looked at all of the film, and eyes got red looking at all of those film. Like, come on, man. and the best thing that I saw coming out of all of this was the Cowboys refused to run the ball. And when they decided to run, they ran out of shotgun. Right, when Schultz was back there to block, and Schultz didn't look that good blocking out of that situation. It looks like majority of his reps, majority of his snaps, Cowboy Nation, and his mindset was to, I'm looking for the pass. But I don't want you guys to, sully Schultz because of the Cowboys' decisions, right? and he outpriced himself, and he's looking for a big payday. And why he's looking for a big payday? Because he's looking at it like, look, man, I caught 78 balls, 808 receptions, 8 touchdowns, which was really 10. They called back 2 because of Connor Williams, right? That's his marketing agent saying, like, look, man, passer rating when targeted, I'm 122. And I'm not just dinking and dunking it. My average yards per reception is north of 10. That's my battle cry. I only dropped the ball 3 times. That's what he said. I'm not saying it. That's what he's saying. So he's looking at it like, hey, if David and Njoku could have half of that and get $57 million, then I'm at least worth $80 to $90 million. Or at least 100, you know. And that's his battle cry. There's nothing we can do. My guy C says sign Barr, Hilton, maybe try for Sue. I don't want to be talking about Schultz, man. I know, but let me ask you this, C. I'm going to level with you. I'm going to level with y'all. Because I'm not the advocate of any of these guys saying, hey, let's go pay this guy, let's go pay that guy. Because they're not going to give me none of that money. They're not. They're not going to give me none of that money. But did you cheer when the Cowboys scored? When Schultz scored that touchdown? See, level with me. Did you say, yeah, Schultz? Or did you made a fist and then you get angry and upset when those 8 touchdowns were scored? Did you like, oh, man, come on, man? Or was you cheering? Were you cheering? Did y'all do that when that man scored a touchdown, or did you say, Schultz, he scored another touchdown, we got to pay the man now? That's the same thing with Dak Prescott. Did you guys cheer? Let me pull up Dak Prescott. This is Austin Hooper, who was comparable to Schultz or what have you, and his production level is not the same, but they have 2 tight ends over there, right? 2 tight ends over there. Let me pull up Dak. You know, did you guys, for Rain Dakota Prescott, when he threw those 37 touchdowns, did y'all like every touchdown, snap, man, he scored another touchdown? Can't stand them Cowboys, man. I mean, he going to stay on his team. That Dak Prescott's still scoring these touchdowns, man. I know the Eagles fans, regardless of what they say, they would like to have their quarterback throw 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, you know. Let me know. Don't be lying to kick it, Eagles fans. But let me see. I think I've seen some reports. I forgot that they allowed the media to practice today. So you guys make sure y'all retweet that one right there. That's my burner account. Let me go right here to John Machota. He tweeted out something. Shout out to John. Here we go. He's saying that old boy is out of the boot. Y'all see 83 is out of the boot? He working the chords. It look like he working the chords. So y'all better watch out for James Washington, baby. Y'all better watch out. Oh, my God, John Machota is on it today. Let me see what else he got over here. Is that CeeDee Lamb, first team reps? Of course. And I think he also said that y'all be sure to check out my guy John Machota. He also said that 73 is getting first team reps as well. Hey, by the way, Cowboy Nation, don't you see 81 right here? I think that's 81 or that's 18. 8 and 1. Yeah, that Jalen. Oh, okay. It's Simi. Is that in the slot? And that's my guy right here. You can barely see. That's Trayvon Diggs. Remember, this year they don't allow you to do any live video cameras and anything inside. They used to allow you to do video cameras. Coach Marv, my dog. Appreciate you, Coach. He says Schultz is not worth $14 million. No. I can hear you saying that right now, your voice, Coach.
This is Sparta!
All right, so with that being said, what is Schultz worth? What is his worth? Now, I'm not saying that to be crass, Coach. But for his level and for his production, what they should have done, if they feel skeptical about Schultz, and it's the same thing, hear me out, Cowboy Nation, that I said about Rain Dakota Prescott. Allow these players to test the market. That's the best way you can get fair market value of your said product, or market price, right? That'll be market price, my bad. That would have been the market price. And I know that there would have been teams out there that had a boatload of money. Whoo, y'all hear me? Just hear me out. I got a rule to this. If they would have let, if I can say that in correct English, if they would have let Dalton Schultz test the market, and another team says, I got money in the pocket to pay Schultz, although the Cowboys refused to pay Schultz, and they pay him $14 million, and he go ball out right over there to another team, at least you can get a third-round draft pick. Now, for those who are listening, let me know. Was Schultz a third-round draft pick 3 years ago? Was he drafted 3 years ago or 4 years ago? So that's a win. You can get a third-round compensatory pick for Schultz. If he go, because you lose them in the free agency. You lost him. He's gone. That is the way the Cowboys should have operated. But they operated out of this. Greedy. I don't think that they was greedy. But they operated differently. They put two first-round draft picks on them. A tender. And said, okay, we franchise you and we allow you to see the market. But in order for a team to grab you, they're going to have to give us 2 first-round draft picks. They knew that they wasn't going to get that out of Schultz. Come on, baby. They knew that, you know. That was my whole argument for the Cowboys, or to the Cowboys, about Dak Prescott. If you felt skittish about Dak, you should have put him on the 2 first-round draft pick and let him test the market if you really wanted to. And if you really didn't care about him at all, then let him test the market without those tenders and see what his value would have been. So you wouldn't have the fan base bickering and fighting amongst each other, saying, hey, man, he ain't worth $40 million. Or at the time, I believe it was $32 or $33 million that people didn't want to pay him. Hey, man, Dak ain't worth 33. I think that I forgot, speak for yourself. I think his name is Jason Whitlock. He was saying, like, look, man, give Dak 16 to 17 million. That's what he would have paid Dak. You know. That would have been my angle. That would have been my angle. And that's just how it goes with the Cowboys and how they operate and roll. And let me see, they got some more stuff, man. Shoot. This guy tweeting away. All right. Cowboys first pick, Tyler Smith getting some first team reps. Cowboys tight end, Dalton Schultz. getting some tennis ball work before team drills. Yep. Dak Prescott working with CeeDee Lamb in individual drills today in OTA practice. Y'all write that down. And Cowboys wide receiver James Washington and Michael Gallup working on, is that, you know what? Excuse me, I Michael Gallup, is he already, I thought there was somebody else wearing 13. If Michael Gallup come out there, it's going to be a whole different world. Hold on, let me. That was Michael Gallup in 13. I thought that was somebody else. Somebody would hit me up, text me like, "Lord, that's Gallup, dog. That's Gallup." And I was like, "No. Maybe there's somebody, maybe one of those rookies." Is he walking around? They don't allow you to do video. And if I can see this man move around good, let me see. Dang. Let me blow that up. Yeah. Do he got braids to the back now? I promise you, Gallup and James Washington, them boys, they run the exact same way yards have to catch. Like they was created in a lab together, I can't wait to see this in full action. Already? These doctors, man.
You liar!
These doctors be figuring it out stuff, man. Let me see if I can retweet this one. And that's weird how he's already out there. He got the sleeve on the knee. If it just hit me, Cowboy Nation. It just hit me like a sack of bricks. Do the speedy recovery of Michael Gallup also put Odell Beckham back at play? Last year somebody hit me up and they hit me up yesterday when I was doing the show. They said, look, Law, this could be the Achilles boys last year. Could it be the ACL boys? 2 for the price of 1 at a cheap price. Then you bring in Odell Beckham. I'm just messing with you guys, by the way, though. But do you do that, though? If it's a situation whereas you say, Odell, you got people living here in Dallas. They've been banging on the table. We seen the little shirt of you wearing the Cowboys merch and everything. Do you want to play for the Cowboys for a cup of coffee, and a bag of chips? Let me see. Malik Hooker picked off Dak during running routes. That's good stuff right there. Dak will be more comfortable. Mahomes overall. Let me see. Did Malik? Boy, yeah. Who tweeted out Malik Hooker picking off someone? Because I like that, and I want interceptions in the practice too. Dak working out. CeeDee Lamb. Yeah. R.I.P. All right. That's all we have for right now. All right, here we go. Cowboys safety Malik Hooker had the play of the day in team drills, picking off Rain Dakota Prescott pass across the middle. That Simi Fehoko dropped. Tell us all of the secrets. Simi. They don't hit in practice. Simi was like, hey, man, I got the ponytail. I think Simi would be better if he go, look, this is my word to Simi. John Machota is the dog, man. I love it. Look, he's my go-to guy. Him and Michael Gelkin, they are my go-to guys. So this is what I'm going to tell you guys. I think if Simi, either if he cut the ponytail or dread it up, get some box braids to it or something, he'll be a better player. But it's the ponytail. That's what it is. Cut the man bun semi. There's never been a wide receiver in the league with the man bun. Outside of Husmazada, what's his name? Did he had the man bun or the ponytail? I'll take it back. But Simi, Fihoko, come on. Cut the man bun. I'm just joking, though. But he need to cut it. Cut it. Kittle got one. Well, yeah. TJ Houshmandzadeh, right? Did TJ let me see. TJ Hoosh. Did he have a man bun? Did TJ, how you spell, y'all spell TJ Houshmandzadeh name so I can put it down to there. I can find his name. Houshmandzadeh. Let me see. He did have the man bun, so, but there was only one man bun, right? There's only one man bun. Let me see. Did he have a man bun? Is that a man bun? I don't know. He got turned to the side. I forgot. Did he have one? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let me see if he had a side profile. I can't find it. I think he did have one. Is that one hanging out of the helmet there? Oh, Aaron Rodgers, bring in Julio. So I'm not finna bury the man, but I did. He got all of the pictures. But he don't have the picture of this one. Come on, John Machota. You got to give me the picture. But like I said, Cowboys safety Malik Hooker had the play of the day in team drills, picking off Dak Prescott, pass across the middle, then Simi drop. Come on, Simi. You know, you better get it right before we shut you down. We will shut you down.
Execute Order 66.
I'm just joking around, though, Cowboy Nation. That's what you're supposed to do. And probably the reason why they don't have footage of the video because they don't want Law Nation to be like, thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation film session as we take a deeper look at the drop from Simi Fehoko. And now he's picked off by my guy, Malik Hooker. All right, so with that being said, we're going to cut right to audio. Shout out to G-Bag Nation. They did the Cowboys top 10 current players, and we will be going over that as well. So let's go over this right now. This is G-Bag top 10 players.
From our friends over there at Blogging the Boys.
From Blogging the Boys, by the way.
List they put up this time of year when you start to get in the season and stuff like that, you're thinking, you know, hey, who are the players you can count on, the ones you might not, you know, everybody kind of has a different opinion. So I love the way that we have the ability to rank players.
Here they go.
So
right
they
here.
ranked the top 10 Cowboys of the roster entering the 2022 season, and my guys did the same. So I'll go through their list real quick for you, and then we'll get to our list. They had Michael Gallup at number 10, Tony Pollard at number 9.
Write it down.
They had CeeDee Lamb at number 8. They had Ezekiel Elliott at number 7. They had
Wow.
DeMarcus Lawrence at number 6. Tyron Smith at number 5. Travion Diggs at number 4. They had Micah Parsons 3. They had Dak Prescott 2. And then they had Zach Martin at number 1 was their list. Okay, so we all took a crack at it, and I asked my guys.
All right. Ooh. Let me go back at this list. Let's look back at this list. And I want you guys to put down your version of a list and ranking the top 10 players on the Cowboys roster entering into the 2022 season. If your quarterback is not number 1, then you ain't got a team there. You know, that's just my thoughts. I know the center touches the ball 100% of the time, but I've seen this team with Zach Martin win only 3 games. What we went? What was our 2015 record? Was Zach Martin out there? I've seen this team. How many games we won in 2015? Were we 4-12 or something like that, or 3-13? I've seen this team have a losing season with Zach Martin. 4-12. Appreciate you, George, man. You got a good memory. Parsons, I get it. You need Zach Martin. He is one of the better players that you have on this team. But regardless of what you say or what you put down, the quarterback is the most valuable player on this team. The quarterback. Number two, Parsons is a real game changer, a real playmaker that I'm looking at, that I say, man, you must have Parsons out there now to create that chaos on the defense. And then number 3, I'll give it to Zach Martin. Tyrone Smith, number 4. And then number 5, Diggs. Number 6, I need somebody on the opposite side to give me some pressure, D-Law. Number 7, we can start talking about your wide receivers at this point or running back. I would say 7 is a sacred number, right? Completion. I'm looking at a 1-2 combination. Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott is number 7. They joined at the hip. They are. And number 8, CeeDee Lamb. Number 9 would be your other linebacker. You got to have somebody that can stay in the middle of the field. As far as important value, and I don't even know who can that be. I'm stopping at, no, you know what? I'm stopping at 8. I'm stopping at 8. I don't know who else I can really put at 9 and 10. Maybe you can talk about Gallup. Maybe you can say with 10 you can start talking about your second DB. But you got to have you somebody that can roam the middle of the field. I will give you that, Craig. Appreciate you. He says Kearse. Kearse. Yeah. Need a kicker, too. You know, kicker will be like 11 or 12. If you depended on the kicker to win you the game, you're in trouble. And we were in trouble 3 times last year, and the kicker said, hey, it was my fault. And you're right. The kicker, if the kicker make his kicks, we have the number 1 seed. Ain't this right, Sally? Appreciate you. I like your list. Shout out to you. Don't ask me to repeat it because I can't put it in that same order. My list is straight off of gut. You know, I didn't write my list down. But if you guys can give me your top 10 list, then let me know. But everything falls on the shoulders of the quarterback. It do. Like right now, I can literally type in how many games Troy Aikman won to solidify my accuracy. I can't put in how many games Nate Newton won. They don't record their stats, unfortunately. I can't put in how many games Michael, the playmaker, won, right? They don't record their stats for those guys. Case in point, I think Troy Aikman won 94 games, or it could be 96. Let me see. How many games Troy Aikman won? Let me see. Oh, Wiki got it right there. Cowboy. He's heading to the Cowboys all-time leading passer, 32. 90 of his 94 career wins. Yes, the 94 wins. 94 wins. That's how many games. That's how many games old boy won. 94 games. What's up, Xavier? Appreciate you. Let's listen to these guys. Man, y'all put down your list. You can put it down after the show is over with, by the way, in the comment box when the comment section is open.
So I will go through my list first, and then we'll get to the guys' list as well, and we'll kind of talk about it and see if we're maybe who had the best list of the crew here. At number 10, I had Dalton Schultz. Mm-hmm. At number 9, I had Michael Gallup. At number 8, I had DeMarcus Lawrence. Okay. Number 7 was Tyrone Smith. Number 6 was CeeDee Lamb.
Okay.
5 was Jaron Kearse.
Oh, okay.
4 was Diggs. 3 was Dak Prescott. 2 was Zach Martin. And 1 was Micah Parsons. That was my top 10 list that we had from Micah.
How do you feel?
Wow. Well, I guess the way Brian Broad is putting it down, in his second year, is Micah Parsons the best player on the Cowboys team? In his second year? That's a good list. You know, I don't have any rebuttal to the list. I'm not doubting Micah Parsons at all. You know, I went all last year and said, hey, man, if you're a Micah Parsons, let me say this again. If you're a Micah Parsons D1 guy, day one guy, put down D1 in the chat. I can't say that. I can't say, man, I'm a D1 Parsons guy. I can't say that. I would not, and I refuse to lie to kick it to you guys. I refuse. I refute. If you're a D1 Parsons guy, put it down. You know, it was like a D4, D5 for me. I had to wait and see. Right? I definitely, man, but y'all some day ones. Just like right now. Who in the chat are day one Tyler Smith guys? Right? I'm day 2 Tyler Smith. It took me a whole day. The OC and Boss Cowboy, Big Game James, we was live at the draft party. Y'all seen me. And then when I got back to start looking at some of the films, had to go pull up the Tulsa tape, look through everything, and immediately, I'm a day 2 Tyler Smith guy because I got a chance to look at everything, and I didn't even have to look at the fact that he played tackle. Now he's going to be playing at guard. Day 2. But shout out to those who day 1. Sam Williams. Don't you guys know I'm like a day 3, day 4 Sam Williams guy? I was like, God dog, Sam Williams. And then it just hit me. I started to look at all of his film, right? And not look at him as an isolated situation, but look at him how he's going to fit in under Dan Quinn. And I'm sitting there like, man, excuse me, he ran a 4.40. I said, all right, start looking up some more film, more tape, right? So, he don't have a lot of flexibility nor bend. But he's raw, he's athletic. And Chandler Jones never had a lot of flexibility, but he got to the quarterback, and he's faster than him. Looks like he's going to be bigger than him. And we got Dan Quinn that's going to put him in right spots. Shoo, Sam might be a dog. And then I said, then the other stuff I started researching. I said there was only one person that had more sacks than Sam, and his name was Aiden Hutchinson. Let that sink in. Some people said D1 Sam guy. Man, I love it, baby. Y'all are on it, baby. Y'all understand it. Right? And here's the thing, Cowboy Nation. I'm still waiting on Jalen Tolbert. I'm not all the way sold on Jalen Tolbert yet. I'm not. I love his South Alabama tape, but baby, when I get out there to Oxnard, if I was out there like John Machota is now, and I'm seeing Jalen Tolbert going out against these guys, then I could say to y'all, man, I'm in on Jalen Tolbert. I'm still waiting though. That's all I am. I'm gonna wait and see. I'm gonna give you guys my raw analysis and how I feel about a player, but I'm still waiting on Jalen Tolbert. You know, I might just say to y'all, beautiful people that's watching right now, I like his smoothness, you know. But I'm gonna be like, man, I'm an Oxnard Jalen Tolbert guy, right? I had to touch the holes in the hands to see whether or not it was real. Schultz on his list and no Zeke or TP, really? Coach, you just hit a nerve on that one. I didn't even realize. Let me rewind for your mind. He didn't mention none of those boys? Let's go. We got some time. Y'all good? Y'all good with the time?
At number 8, I had DeMarcus Lawrence. Number 7 was Tyrone Smith. At number 10, I had Dalton Schultz. At number 9, I had Michael Gallup. At number 8, I had DeMarcus Lawrence. Number 7 was Tyrone Smith. Number 6 was CeeDee Lamb. 5 was Jaron Kearse. 4 was Diggs. 3 was Dak Prescott. 2 was Zach Martin. And 1 was Micah Parsons.
Yeah. That list is flawed, dude. Yeah, you're right. You got to have TP somewhere in top 10. You got to. You got to have 1A, 1B. You saw how I did it. I said, well, I got TP and Zeke joint at the hip because I'm looking for my big number, 25. You know, I'm looking for 25 carries. I don't care how they split it. I'm looking for 25. I'm going to give Brian Broaddus the benefit of the doubt, but you're right, Coach Marv. You're right. Maybe, just maybe, TP over Dalton, I'm out on his list. I just said he had a decent list, and now somebody said, yeah, he's out on his list. Let's go. This is a fun game. Remember, don't hold Brian Broaddus' feet to the fire for that list. But you know what? If TP and Zeke can get that thing going, shoot, it's disrespectful to put those boys not in the top 5. Yeah, I said it. But granted, you still have to figure out ways to insert Zach Martin. And they talk about Tyrone Smith out of the fact that if he's healthy.
So that was my top 10 list that we had from Micro.
How do you feel about putting Parsons in the number 1 spot? To me, it's kind of a no-brainer at this point.
I feel like, to me, that was one of, when it got down to 1 or 2, when it got down to Zach Martin and got down to Parsons, I really didn't think about it all that hard. You know, and hey, they're both tremendous players, both all-pro type players. I just, a little bit, maybe a younger guy, a little bit more what you had on defense, all the things that he was able to do with the pass rush, the way he played the run, pass defense, all that stuff like that. I mean, Micah Parsons, I think clearly is your best player on this team. I say that in my opinion. I know everybody else is going to have their own opinion. I was curious about what we maybe thought about I had Kearse at number 5. I had him over TP. Lamb, Tyrone Smith, Lawrence, Gallup, and Schultz.
Okay, here's my thing with Kearse. I mean, nice season, good cover guy, good tackler. Mm-hmm. But he hit free agency, and there wasn't much of a market at all.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys got lucky.
I trust your eye, but I don't know.
It was a weird market. It was a weird market in free agency, and I think that what happened is that this draft class was such a big draft class, and Kearse being out there on the market for so long, right? And they scooped him up right before the draft, but I think that teams would have at least picked him up after the draft, kind of like what they did with the Honey Badger, and their stat levels were pretty much mirrored. But we'll find out, man, if Jaron Kearse can have that same game back again. But to Kearse's defense, he was utilized uniquely. That Kearse, you don't get that Kearse on the Eagles, for example, since they are in the chat. You don't get that type of production. in a Jonathan Gannon system, right? Or any other system. You get Kearse because of the way the system operated. If you guys can feel what I'm saying.
I think that's a pretty good indication of what the value is.
That's fair. I was surprised with the way the J-Ron Kearse offseason sweepstakes went. And I guess it's just because it's a 1 year of real legitimate starter playing time and starter production.
Yeah.
And so everybody was a little bit scared of him. But to me, if you didn't know anything about anybody last year and you just watched the Cowboys, Kearse had to have been a top 5 player on the team.
He was brilliant. I do think there's something to be said about that. 1 year, you do it just for a season.
Let me read off my guy C. Lowe's top 10. He got Dak. Let me see if they stop moving. He got Dak, Parsons, Law, CeeDee Lamb, Diggs, Martin, Pollard, Zeke. I like that, baby. Pollard, Zeke, Kearse, Tyrone Smith, and Shultz. I can't look, CeeLo's, I can't disagree with that list. Now, I get it. You want Martin to be all the way up there, Cowboy Nation. But we went 4-12 with a healthy younger Martin, right? And next to Travis Frederick. I think that 2015 literally was the healthiest offensive line we had. And that only generated us 4 wins. Right? 4 wins. I get the value of saying that Zach Martin is a dog. I'm not banging on the table to get rid of my guy. But what I'm saying is that as far as value and who's the best for this team, I think that Dak Prescott, hands down, the best player on this team. We never had a losing season when he played the entire year. Let that sink into your mind. And the reason why you got Parsons up there, we never had a losing season with Parsons, right? 12-5. And he was just trying to figure out where to run, where to go at. He probably still don't know the whole star in Frisco yet, right? Hey, Parsons, which way to the restroom? I don't know, man. I think you go up those flight of stairs, and it should be on the left. He's still trying to figure out Dallas. Right? What's the quickest way to get down to Fort Worth? I don't know, man. You got to turn that GPS on from where I'm at. But look, C-Los, man, that's a good list, man. Somebody else give me y'all list, man, and I'll break that list down. Do it like my guy did it right here, Let me know, and I'll break your list down. But solid right here, man. This is a very solid list, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it in my inbox.
Can you do it again kind of deal?
Sure.
And that's why I know you're going to get to where we have our top 10s, but
leave us alone. I'm awake. Are you? No, we sleep over here, man. What about the playoff wins? Leave us alone, man.
No.
Leave us alone, man. Y'all always go back to the playoff wins. Hey, I get it. It's been 27 years, right? 27 years.
I don't have any issue with putting Kearse that high. But that would be the only case, just doing it for 1 year. Same thing with Parsons. If you weren't to put him at 1, the only thing would be,
can he do it again?
Just do it for another year, right? I mean, I think we were all feeling fantastic about a Leighton Vander Esch after his rookie year, right?
Big facts.
Good point.
We didn't feel great about it, after year 2.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to have that issue with Micah Parsons, but we have seen that before.
And I get what you're saying. I do just want to clarify the Parsons year 1 and the Vander Esch year 1, far and away different,
no doubt,
though, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
no doubt.
Zach had Gallup at 10, Schultz at 9, Tyrone Smith at 8, Kearse at 7, Diggs at 6, Lamb at 5, Lawrence at 4, Prescott at 3, Micah Parsons 2, and Zach Martin at 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's fair. If you want to choose Martin for longevity, and certainly his best games are, as impactful as Micah Parsons' best games. Yeah, I think you could say that. he's just as good of a player at the top of his game, but he's getting up there in age, and I think Micah Parsons can totally wreck a game plan. And, Zach Martin's like a nice cog in your offensive line, but even when he was having really good games, it's not like it opened up the run game. It didn't stop or change very many of the team dynamics last year.
No doubt. So there's a brilliant point that they brought up about LVE's rookie year. Did he get some type of record for his rookie year, Cowboy Nation? Y'all let me know, like a tackle record or something. Because if we was banging on the table, if you can get rookie year LVE and rookie year Parsons, ooh, and that tandem would have been just crazy. I like my guy Sam. Oh my goodness, man, good list from Sam too. He putting it down like this. All pro. Look, Sam got all pro Parsons. Was that first team or second team, Sam? All pro Diggs. I already know. First team all pro Parsons. First team all pro Diggs. First team all pro Martin. Tyrone, Dak at 5th. And then 6th Lamb, 7th Law. Is that 9 or there's 8? Yeah, there's 9 TP, Kearse 10. Oh, I got it wrong. 8 TP, the numbers behind them. Okay, Kearse. Wait a minute, I'm thrown off. Okay, first team All-Pro Parsons, right? That's one. Second, first team All-Pro Diggs. Third, first team All-Pro Martin. Man, and then 4th, I'm throwing on myself off with is Tyrone, Dak, Lamb, Law, TP, Kearse, and Schultz. Okay, I get it now. At first I couldn't read. I keep messing myself up when I put first team. But I see where you're coming from. I myself would say that as good of a year Parsons had last season standing by itself, you still need those 37 touchdowns and those 4,400 yards from Dak Prescott. And I don't think if you were to put, let's say, for example, to use this analogy, right? If you pick Diggs and you pick Parsons up and you put them on the 2015 Cowboys, I don't think that we would win 12 games. I'm just saying, and regardless of who the quarterback was it Matt Castle? And I know we not counting Tony Romo because he got hurt the second game. But if you had Matt Castle, Brandon Weed, and you still have that level of defense with Parsons and Diggs, and as well as with a healthy Zach Martin and Tyrone, I think that team still will win by 4 or 5 games, and you will still be on the outside looking in. You need a quarterback. But I feel you. At least you got Dak Prescott in the top 5, right? He's top 5. I like that list, though, Sam. I do like that list. All right, my guy C. Bass. Okay, you throw a curveball at me, man. You got Dan Quinn. I like it. Dak Prescott. I love it. Parsons. I love it. Diggs, Kearse, Lamb, Pollard, / Zeke, Martin, Smith, and D-Law. You guys amaze me all the time. Shout out to you, C. That is a real good list, too. You need a Dan Quinn. You do need a Dan Quinn. Verdi got Dak, Parsons, Zeke, Pollard, right? Lamb, Gallup, Tank, Martin. Because you got to put Zach Martin at least in the top 10. I feel you. Diggs, Schultz, and Tyrone Smith. Verdi, I cannot complain about this list. I can't. I really can't. I can't. I love that top 10 list. Who else we got? Okay, George got Dak, Parsons, Diggs, Martin, Lamb, Diggs, Zeke, Pollard, Law, Kearse, and Tyrone Smith. Okay, let's go with it, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, for me, Zach Martin's just, the offensive line's never a position where you're going to be, oh my gosh, that's sexy. But you've got to have him. Zach Martin's he's still underappreciated for what he brings to the table. I get it. He's older. The injuries are starting to maybe add up. But when he's right, he's still maybe the best offensive lineman.
Sean says, come on, y'all. Dak is not our best player. You are thinking positional value. Yeah. Like, okay, if they go on off of not positional value, like hands down, the best athletic player, of course, is Parsons. It's Parsons. He's probably top 5 in the league, right? It's one in generational. Every 10 years you get a Parsons, right? Aaron Donald, his son about to set. He's talking about and thinking about retiring. But you got a guy that can play as a 4-3 guy, speed, crazy. Yeah, it's got to be Parsons, right? But far as like a player in general, I guess my list is going off of value in general. Value in general. Hands down, it's got to be Dak Prescott. And granted, I'm not saying this because he's Dak Prescott. Put it like this. Let me say this. Do you really, like, let's say from a value aspect, if Zach Martin was coming off of a compound fracture from his ankle and within the same year pull a calf muscle, do you think that you would still look at Zach Martin as Zach Martin? No. And the pandemic year, was it him that kind of pulled something like a hammy or something? He was getting whooped. Like wait a minute, that's Zach getting whooped. People fail to realize 37-10 and 4,400 yards coming off of a compound fracture. And I get it. They looked at Joe Burrow and said, hey, man, he comeback player of the year, but Joe Burrow didn't get hurt last season in the course of the year to cause him to sit out a game. He didn't get hurt. Right? Dak got hurt. Had 2 injuries. The shoulder situation all through camp. Came out, gave us a good run, pulled his calf muscle, and got back out there and still threw for 37 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. That ain't easy. I don't think that you get that level of production out of Parsons. And I'm not wishing that on any of our guys of coming off of an injury. I don't think that you get that level of production out of Diggs, out of anybody that's on this list. D-Law, maybe D-Law, he broke his foot and came back and gave us a turnover every game he played in. So maybe D-Law. But I don't know what to say. I don't know what else to say. I definitely don't. But I get it because we still gonna look at the playoff wins and the Super Bowl count, right? If you don't have the Super Bowl or playoff wins, you know what we talking about. But it goes back to even Brett Favre. Brett Favre was able to live off of that namesake because he got that Super Bowl. But if you look at Brett Favre, the Super Bowl that he won, they played good defense and he ran the ball. But that's a whole another story. Let's listen to these guys.
In football, and until proven
he's in
otherwise,
that conversation, yeah.
Right. Until proven otherwise, I think he's the best player on the team. After this year, I think it's very easy to put Micah ahead of him. Micah's right there. I'm not going to fight you for it, but I'm an offensive line guy, and I don't have a doubt really that Mike is going to do this in year 2. I just want to see it before I'm going to put him at number 1, but I've got him right.
Man, shout out to Nakobe Dean, but let's be real. He is not Micah Parsons. He's not. He's not. It's idiotic to say that Nakobe Dean is better than Parsons. He's fast. I like Nakobe Dean's tape. But pump the brakes, Eagles fans. And understand on how you guys are going to attempt to play your brand and your style of defense. If anything, Dean would not be dropping off. Well, he would be dropping off in coverage. He would not be blitzing down inside. He would not be used to be flipped on both sides of the field. No, he's not going to be the Swiss Army knife. They definitely, I don't care if you had 3 Jordan Davis. They are not finna on a consistent basis out of Jonathan Gannon system. Is going to send that kid through A-gap. They're not finna do that. They're not going to do that. And if they do, and you got anybody north of 225, 230 as a running back, we're going to be ready to hear this words right here for Nakobe Dean. And I'm just being real with you guys. But hey, man, I thought he was a dog, man, you know. Hey, man, he was Georgia Bulldog. He was doing that in Georgia land. Yeah, man, SEC got talent. But this is a whole nother level. They are not finna play Dean like that. They're going to drop him off in coverage and flat. He's going to have some – he's going to give you some coverage interception, which would be cool for your style and brand of defense. But they're not finna send that kid on no blitz. That's not even in his resume. Jonathan Gannon, if he's trying to do that, if he's trying to recreate defense philosophy on the slide in 1 year, more power to him. But there's this thing called growing pains. But I'm gonna let y'all find out a little later down the line.
Right there at number 2. It's not like I'm knocking on Micah. And a lot of people are going to rip on Tang.
Yeah.
If you don't sit there and study and watch the All-22, you know, you can go ahead and complain and whine about DeMarcus Lawrence and the sack numbers. What DeMarcus Lawrence does is an all-around defensive end, and the motor and the hustle and the things that he provides for this football team, he's no question a top 5 player on this team, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Eric's got number 10. He's got Gallup, 9 Schultz, CeeDee Lamb 8. Mm-hmm. Tony Pollard makes an appearance here at number 7.
Yay!
Kearse at 6, Lawrence at 5, Diggs at 4, Prescott at 3, Zach Martin at 2, and Parsons at 1.
God, dog.
Talk about your Tony Pollard one.
Okay, so Tony Pollard, to me, I mean, I don't know how he would be out of the top 10 for anybody. Right. I think it's very obvious he is one of the best players on your football team. Your offense completely changes, and I think the defense, everybody's perked up when Tony Pollard's on the field because you're not worried about a 4-yard carry. Oh, Zeke's on the field. There's really nothing that scares you about Zeke with the ball in his hands at this point if you're a defensive coordinator. Tony Pollard is the biggest home run threat on the entire team. Regardless of offensive position, of any of your skill weapons, Tony Pollard is the guy that you feel like, oh no, he could take a 10-yard play and make it a 70-yard play. And he's done it consistently enough for me now to say no-brainer, top 10.
I thought it was an astute observation. As Chiafalo did his list before mine, I was about to forget about Pollard, but he mentioned it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I know who I'm taking out.
When I went through my list and stuff like that, when you started mentioning it, and every point you just made is absolutely correct. That's the one, if I had to go back and do a mulligan, I would have found a spot for him. Yeah. I mean, somewhere between him and Schultz or somebody like that, even though Schultz has been super productive. I mean, you can maybe say it for Gallup, for what's going on with Gallup right now, you know, with the injury situation as well. All right, here's the Generals list. Went Kearse 10, Pollard at 9, Gallup at 8, Tyron Smith at 7, Diggs at 6, Lawrence at 5, CeeDee Lamb was 4. I think that's the highest anybody's had Lamb.
Right.
Yeah.
Prescott 3, Zach Martin 2, Micah Parsons 1.
Yeah, our top 3 was quite similar across the board. I think the biggest difference on my list is leaving Schultz out.
Yeah.
You know, I know he's got the stats, but I don't see the football player.
Honestly, if I could do it over again, I'd probably have Tyron Smith at 10 instead of having Schultz right there. That would probably be my mulligan.
But if you're going to miss half the games, I have no problem with you leaving a guy off the top 10 list.
The problem is, and I thought about not having Tyron in, but when he's healthy and playing,
it's hard to justify that, right? But you can and be okay with. I mean, not okay with it, but you're like, Hey, if you leave him off, you leave him off. Yeah, I mean, you could argue leaving him off.
Availability. And that's another thing with Dalton Schultz is why I put him in my top 10, and I didn't have Tony Pollard in there, is one, usage, right? Yeah. You know what you're getting out of Dalton Schultz. And it's not necessarily fair on Tony Pollard because I don't think it's his fault. It's more so the offensive coordinator in the organization. I don't even know if it's Kellen Moore.
See, that goes back to the aspect of why I said Dak Prescott is number one. They went back to usage. They went back to usage. Your quarterback is going to touch the ball at least 98, 99% of the time. Your quarterback, right? And if your quarterback can't control and demand things, then you ain't got nothing. Now, Dak Prescott issue, he got some warts. I'm not saying that he's faultless, right? But you got to have this guy throwing the ball and making the proper decisions. And I know for sure that when you look at everything, you can say to yourself, all right, if Dak Prescott make the proper read, proper decisions, you win in the game. Case in point, name me one game that the Dallas Cowboys lost when we were playing with the lead. Name me another game, and this is how you can tell that the confidence level of this team gets shaken and rocked. Name me the winning percentage of this team when we score first. Touchdown first, meaning. That lets you know that, hey, you got you a guy that if I don't care if they run the ball 100 times, if you score first and if you up by 2 tubs, you win in the game. You win in the game because he's not going to lose it for you. That should be the situation and the outcome of what you're looking at. It's about the playoff round here. Shout out to you, I'm awake. We still sleep over here, man. Leave us alone, man. As Modius says, in terms of overvalue, it's Dak Prescott hands down. Overall value, okay. I said I read it wrong. Overall value is Dak Prescott hands down. Yeah. Dak Prescott hands down. Overall value. Not overvalue, but overall value. But this is what I look at when I say this about this particular team. This team, you can let the highlights right now against these Denver Broncos. I'm quite sure the philosophy and the game plan would have changed if they would have scored first. If they would have went down there and marched and scored a touchdown first, whole different type of situation. Whole type of situation, different type of situation. Let's go with it.
I don't know where it's coming from. None of us can really pinpoint it. Why Tony Pollard doesn't get more run in the offense, especially I just don't understand when you knew that Ezekiel Elliott was hurt last year.
Yeah.
Why you didn't say, we're not playing Zeke. He needs to sit. He needs to recover. We've got a guy that we can go ahead and give the ball to in Tony Pollard and let him carry the rock.
I think we were all very consistent about Dak Prescott there, right?
At third,
everybody had him really in the third hole.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So he was never going to – was he ever a consideration for anybody in the top 2?
Not for me. No, I think it's very clear that Micah Parsons is better at his job than Dak is at his, and same with Zach Martin.
I thought about doing the thing where quarterback is the toughest job in all of sport, and he's one of the best 14 in the NFL at it. So I think overall, like his degree of difficulty and what he's asked to do, his skill set as a football player is the best. But what Chiafalo said ultimately was the difference maker. Hopefully, Dak can perform so well compared to other quarterbacks that he's in the number 1 spot for us.
Yeah, man.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
If you think that Dak Prescott is not the difference maker of this team, if you guys disagree or if you agree, call 657-390-7391. The hotline for your mind is open. Let me check and see if there's any other news and information out there from John Machota. Appreciate everybody for this episode. Cowboy Nation, that is just my thoughts. I could be 1,000,000% wrong, and this is not me looking at this only from the mindset of, hey, Dak. No. We won 6 games in a row. Zeke was the key facts, was the key factors. Okay, we won 6 games in a row. Zeke was the key facts. You know, I agree. Are you talking about for Coach Marv? Are you talking about for the 2021 season, right? You talking about last year, Zeke Elliott being the key factor of those 6 games in a row. I look at it like this. When the universal language should be just like this. When teams started to say there's no longer, they are only focusing in on stopping the run, right? That they command you now to run. Hey, go ahead, have at it, Cowboy Nation. Run. Run on us. Just don't pass on us. That's when I knew that Dak Prescott is now valued as the number 1 guy. But if you want to still put Ezekiel Elliott in the top 5, hey, have at it. I think that you can still utilize that. But it's strange that the drop-off of Ezekiel Elliott production and the overall running production all occurred when you got your new offensive coordinator. That's just my thoughts on that. All right, we got the 832. What's new?
Hello?
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah, I think he overrated.
Who's overrated?
Zach.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Parsons. All right, Dak is overrated. In what terms of overrating this? Or like far as the team? Like you think, are you talking about far as the team or far as the NFL?
Just far as him in general, because like how they hype him up, and then it's like, okay, when it comes to the playoffs, it's like his production just falls off. I mean, like he just disappears.
In what game did he disappear in the playoff? Only the 49ers game, or was it the previous game?
I mean, I just say the 49er game.
Was his production better or worse than Aaron Rodgers? Yes or no?
I'll say no. It just, I mean, like at some point, I mean, like I don't feel like he took over the game. I mean, what did he do in that game to say, oh, he played his best?
I'm just trying to call a spade a spade. Aaron Rodgers faces the same defense, didn't throw a single touchdown in that game. You know that, right? And he had a lower QBR. So what is your expectations for Dak Prescott to outperform what Aaron Rodgers couldn't do against the same team that he played against in that playoff game?
I mean, it's just like it's like, okay, y'all want to say how great he is, or how he worth all this money, or it's like, okay, where is it? Where is that counting at when it comes to playoffs? I mean, during the season, I mean, every quarterback has his ups and downs, but when you get to the playoffs, where did he perform better at? I mean, like, okay, if he would have won that game, then it might be a different conversation.
Okay.
So it's like,
if he'd have won that game, all right, so let me pull this up. Drew Brees, in his first win, came in his 6th year. His first playoff game that he won came in his 6th year. His first Super Bowl that he ever won was in his 9th. It was only in his 9th year. For that same example, Peyton Manning, his first playoff win came in his 6th year. His first ever Super Bowl he ever won was in his 9th year, right? Are those guys overrated?
Okay, so we gotta wait till he be in the league, 7 years.
That's not the case nor the scenario. What I'm saying is that we can't put it like this. If we're gonna say one person is held to one set of standards, how come not everyone is held to those same set of standards? Because you're looking at it like, okay, Dak Prescott, he must be overrated because he haven't won a Super Bowl nor won multiple playoff games. But I just pulled up 2 Hall of Famers who took them literally 6 years just to win 1 playoff game. It didn't take Dak Prescott 6 years to win. But we also got to look into the things with the context. For a majority of the first half of Dak Prescott's career, we had the guy by the name of Jason Garrett. This is Dak Prescott pretty much. Last season was pretty much his first year, technically, with this particular coach, and he went 12-5. His first year really don't count because he got injured 4th week of the season or the 5th week of the season.
He got injured.
He got injured.
Okay,
so we had nothing to go off of. But all I can say is when healthy or halfway healthy, he's 12-5. Yes, they got to the playoff and got knocked out of that playoff game. He should have played better, and I still hold his feet to the fire for throwing that interception on 3rd down. It was 3rd and 15, 3rd and 16. He threw an underneath route to Cedric Wilson, and then Cedric got picked off. But he should have played better, though. But he didn't play worse than what Aaron Rodgers exhibit. And they both were home games, and we both lost to the same team. That's all I'm trying to say.
Yeah, okay.
That's all I'm saying, So I get it right now when you look at Dak Prescott's resume. Let me see how many games he won. I think he won like 56 games. He won more games than we lost, right? Then he lost.
Yeah.
So I get it if you're going to say, well, he's average at best because he don't have multiple playoff wins or a Super Bowl at this point. I can look at that and say, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I wouldn't even say Super Bowls. I say playoffs.
Playoffs in general.
Playoff wins. Yeah, playoff wins. In general.
So the last playoff game we was at against the LA Rams, was that game primarily Dak's fault? Or was it somebody else's fault?
Okay, when you say Zach's fault, it's a team sport.
Right?
I mean, if you want to put everything on the quarterback, it's your perspective. It's like how you feel about the game. If you want to say, oh, everything is on the quarterback.
Yep.
But it's a team sport at the end of the day.
Big facts.
He ain't out there playing by himself.
True that. True. He definitely ain't out there playing by himself. And I look at it like that too.
I'm not a Dallas Cowboy fan, but like I say, at the end of the day, it's a team sport.
Well, who's your team? Who's your team? Who you root for?
New Orleans.
New Orleans Saints. And shout out to the Saints, man. And so you already know about Drew Brees, right? You already felt. Look, you already see the difference of opinions from how the media handled it. We never had a quarterback to go 7-9, 7-9, and 7-9, right? For 3 years. Yeah. But when we say that, you would still say to yourself, man, you had at that time had one of the greatest quarterbacks to walk this planet, and his name is Drew Brees. Yeah. And you kept saying to yourself, if we go back to the drawing boards to get what to make them better? Defense.
Yeah.
I mean, if you really think about it and contextualize it, the defense that y'all had last season, if you put a healthy Drew Brees and that defense or on that team, do you guys make it to the playoff and go do some crazy stuff?
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. You got all quarterbacks need something to help them. And shout out to the Saints, but you guys still need a quarterback right now. Although, Jameis Winston, you may can have some love for him, but you're still probably looking at it like, man, we need us a quarterback. And if you put Dak Prescott now on the Saints, how would you look at that Saints team?
I mean, we got
y'all going to the playoffs?
Defense.
Y'all going to playoffs?
Yeah, we're going to playoffs this year.
Especially you would say you would boldly say it now if you had Dak Prescott under center. If he can give you 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 4,400 yards, and especially with the defense, Lattimore and all of those boys, and then y'all wide receivers, woo, y'all cooking like grease over there now. You got the Honey Badger, man. Y'all going all the way. You'll figure out a whole nother reason. Now, of course, now you might have reservation because you don't have Sean Payton, but outside of that, man, shoot. That's a good call from you, man. What else you got for the show, fam?
All right. Nah, man, I'm good. I mean, I just want to, see how y'all gonna play this year. I mean, I know a bunch of Dallas Cowboy fans.
Right.
So one of them actually told me about your channel. So I said, let me go see what it's all about.
Hey, I'm objective, right? I didn't give you no fluff fan talk. I gave you some objective analysis.
Yeah. Like I say, my boy told me that it was, it was a cool show. You know what I'm saying? So I say, let me check it out. I mean, I'm gonna be in the comment section when I got some downtime. To see what y'all say.
Oh, no doubt, man. I appreciate you for calling in, fam. Salute.
All right.
Good call from him, man. I respect that, man. I look at it like this, man. There's nobody who want this team to be more successful than me, right? They win, I'm with it. I've been banging on the table. Cowboys going to the Super Bowl since 1995. I've been wrong for all of these years, right? And I'm not the person to sit back and be like, you know what? If this and that and this and that, this would be no. I'm telling you guys, Dak Prescott shouldn't have thrown that interception. He shouldn't have thrown that interception. And if you're going to throw an interception right there on your side of the field, at least throw one of those Hail Mary ones on third down, but not that interception. You got to play better. But also, those 14 penalties, come on, man. It's hard to beat a team when you're having 14 penalties out there on the field. They didn't equate. Let me tell y'all this right quick. They didn't equate to 14 penalties. The total other teams that was in the playoffs collectively didn't equate to 14 penalties until the Super Bowl. Like if you combine all of the penalties that was called in the playoffs, it didn't trump that number until the playoff time came. Meaning that majority of the penalties came out of the Dallas Cowboys versus the 49ers game. 14. So at least that should have been like, come on, man. I would get it if it was 6 penalties or 7 penalties, but 14, that was the most penalized team in the entire postseason. But speaking of that, man, is this VIP? You're live.
Yeah, Lord, it's VIP, baby.
Baby, what's good?
All right, let me clear the air first.
Yeah.
I'm going to need all other parties that are not Cowboy fans just to fall back a little bit. I ain't mad at New Orleans. I'm not mad at the Eagles. I'm watching y'all on the timeline. Are y'all not watching y'all team? Why are y'all so focused on the boys? Lord, that doesn't raise your eyebrows, Lord?
Man, all is welcome over here. I feel you, though. They coming over here to hear some of the sizzle, the flavor from your boy to the nation, man. That's what it is. It's a law nation.
It's all good. It's all good for the algorithm. You know it's all good in the hood. I just want to bring a couple of points to Cowboy Nation.
Uh-huh.
Dak broke a Cowboys record last year. Did he not, Law?
Man, yeah, he did. He did. In 16 games, not 17 games, because it took him.
Yeah. That was going to be my follow-up, Law.
Oh, I took it away from you, man.
I love you, brother. I love you to pick up that layup, man. That was a layup. That's for you to just pass that in. That's an alley for you.
Yeah, that no-look pass, man. I said, yeah.
And something else, Law, I am glad that you put these films out because I actually got to go out and dissect some of the films to see exactly where our turnaround went last year. I hate to say this. I loved him when he was here. But when 71 got inserted back into the lineup, our offense fell apart. I repeat, I asked our people to go back and look at the film.
Yeah.
When he came back in, we lost our run. Yeah. Now, Steele was balling before that. I think they should have just left Steele alone. Let our 71 work his way back. I'm telling you, I watched the film. Since he came back, we regressed. So I just think that if we stick with that Mr. Nasty time, and that's what we were doing. If you look, Kellen Moore, our OC, was mixing up plays. Like, he even ran the wishbone at one time.
Yeah. Ooh, you're right.
He lost his faith in the run, Law. That's where we went wrong. If we go back to our glory days coming to Jerry, Troy Aikman never threw more than, I can count on my hand how many 300-yard games Troy had. Why? Because we were perfectly balanced. North Turner knew how to balance that rock. That's all. If we can balance 20 and 21, I don't want 25 like you said. I want 30 carries, Law.
Ooh,
I want 30 touches between both of them.
Hey,
that's it, 5 more.
Now, that definitely ain't gonna sell no tickets now.
I know.
You gotta sell some tickets, man. You gotta sell them tickets, man.
It's like you get poked with that butter knife, Law. Somebody gets slowly poked with a butter knife. But guess what? It'll win games. You can travel with it.
But you got to come with strategy, man. I will never forget way back in the days, my brother, we were playing Street Fighter. You know how you first get it, you just start pressing any button and you'll win?
Yep.
And he was whipping butt for a good minute. And I sat back and you said, you know what? I'm going to pick Ryu. And every time he do this move, I'm just going to drop back. Are you kid? Drop back. Are you kid? Drop back. I had got my strategy down point. Beat the mess out of him. I said, man, you wasn't doing when you were just pressing buttons. I wasn't crying, but I had to learn your strategy. You see what Kellen Moore did all the way until he got to the Denver's game. He was just pressing buttons, man. Just pressing buttons. Just pressing buttons, you know. Move this way, move that way. Just pressing buttons. Denver came back and said, you know what? We gonna drop 7, rush 4, because we dog.
And that's all they did.
Look,
ever since
you know what they did? You know why they did that?
That's what the rest of the team did.
You know what they did? Know why they did that? MVP, VIP. You know why they did that?
Because we didn't run the ball.
No.
We didn't come into the run. There was no threat.
No. You know why they did that? They said,
why is that?
We gonna lose, but damn it, y'all ain't finna embarrass us.
Right. No, right.
Look, Cowboys are not finna embarrass us, so they dropped 7. They dropped 7, and they said we're gonna slow down this. We're gonna slow it down, and then they said, "Oh snap, this strategy.
This is working.
This is working. All right.
Yeah.
It was by mistake. I promise you.
So what I'm gonna need. What I'm going to need from McCarthy, when he was throwing those balls at Jerry, remember he throwing those balls at Jerry, remember the 49ers? Yeah. I need you to throw those balls at your OC. Remember the 49ers, bro. I'm going to need you to toughen up and thicken up and get some creativity to you. Or I'm just going to take this OC and start running my own plays. Because, bro, everybody's head is on the chopping table. Everybody except, people are under contract. So Dak ain't under the... Despite what the Cowboy Nation think, Dak is under contract. Yeah. So y'all can stop coming for my quarterback.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. With the no trade clause, by the way, you know.
With the no trade, him and Zeke had some of the smartest contracts.
Yeah.
Zeke
No
also
trade.
played it. You know, back then we needed Zeke
Yeah.
because Zeke was our breadwinner, so we had to give him that bag. So Zeke was. I think Zeke is going to come back to Jerry and be like, you know what, Jerry, I want to get TP paid. I'm telling you, this is just my thought process. After this year, he's going to go to Jerry and be like, you know what, I know I have the stronghold on this contract. Y'all really can't do nothing, but I love my boy TP. I'm going to kick some money back into the bag because I think he wants to remain a Cowboy for life.
Oh,
And we all
man.
know-
I'm going to hold you to that one, though. We'll find out, though, bro. We'll find out.
I really think so. I really think so, man. I mean, everybody's selfishly wants their bag, but I know Zeke wants to win. And if you see Zeke plays with his heart and soul, Zeke is one of the players that leads it on the field.
I love Ezekiel Elliott, but remember, he got paid twice before Dak Prescott paid one check. You know what I'm saying? Because he got his rookie's contract, and when it was dwindling down, he was like, look, man, I'm holding out. And he leapfrogged the old quarterback that's on the team. He leapfrogged him, and they had to stop paperwork and say, you know what? Let's work on his Ezekiel Elliott contract. He's the straw that stirred the drinks. But I feel you, man. I feel you on your analysis.
Law. What is the lifespan of a running back compared to a quarterback?
3
You
years,
have to
3
get your
years.
bag early.
3 years,
or you will not get.
But hold on. If he said, man, I care about my quarterback, man, that's my quarterback. He wouldn't have. Zeke was like,
That's
sure,
my quarterback.
I'm gonna eat, man. I don't know about you, man, but I'm gonna eat. But I appreciate you, man. Talk to let people know, man, who you are and everything before I let you go, man.
That's right. I'm Lovey Brown. You know what it is. I'm a single father, and it's all about the Cowboys. I'm not going to get into my personal YouTube and my radio. I have all the world to promote that on, but you guys can check me any Saturday, live lit. I do my Saturday sit down. I am going to have Law Nation on my show one day, people. Law Nation will be on the All Love show. Mark my words.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
I only got one thing left to say, Law. How about them Cowboys? Let's go, boys. Let's get it.
Let's go, man. Appreciate you, bro. What love. That's my guy right there, man. Yeah. VIP, man. Hey, on the radio, he sounds just like that, man. But now I got a guy, I kind of saved him as detective, and I know he's going to bring some detective work. Detective, you live from the 414. You live.
Yeah, let's call. Law Nation, what's going on, brother?
Nothing to it, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, I can't come back off MVP. That dude is hilarious.
He is.
So what I wanted to call you, and first of all, I want to say condolences to the Marion family. I mean, mental health is a thing that everybody should be aware of, and everybody, you got somebody out there that's struggling, make sure you reach out.
Most certainly.
But my question to you is, well, response to all these Cowboy people out here. We understand that our best player is not our most necessary player. Now, I'm a Zeke guy. I'm a former running back, so I'm a Zeke lover. But you got to give it to Dak, because if Dak go down, what is everybody gonna say? We gonna rebuild, or this is a tank season. We ain't winning nothing without Dak. I'm sorry, Dak. Now
we getting another Parsons if Dak go down. we gonna lose so bad. We're gonna go with the 10th pick or the 7th pick or something like that. But go with it.
All these other players, we can scheme and hide if we lose them. If we lose heaven forbid, we lose a Parsons, we can scheme. We can scheme for that. If we lose a CeeDee, we can try to get somebody else. But we ain't gonna get nobody else that's gonna replace number 4. And all our people, who did they all go to if we lose a game? Dak didn't do this. Dak didn't do that. Yeah. But they never say Zach Martin didn't do this. He didn't block right, or Diggs didn't get enough interceptions, or you know what I'm saying? They didn't get enough sacks. So everybody out there, we understand that Dak is not the best player on the team. But if you're a Cowboys fan, you got to ride or die with number 4, because that's the one going to get us to our promised land.
You know, the craziest stat line out there, I think we're like 9-1 when Trayvon Diggs catch an interception.
Right.
But still, you need Dak.
But people forget he did get injured coming back, and this man almost threw for 5,000 yards before he was interrupted. People forget that dude was on a mission, and let's see him come back fully healthy, and then you get the criticism, because I think he was on his way until he got hurt.
Man, you speaking the truth with that, and I just hope I know people hold Dak Prescott accountable heavy, and that's mainly because of the 4-ladder network and the 3-ladder network. They have to have topics to talk about, and that's why you get, the Dan Orlovskis of the world and everybody else to talk ill about Dak Prescott, because those are the ways you get clicks and views. But if you look at it as a collective, I mean, he's doing the exact same thing that any other young quarterback is doing. Now, of course, what's the kid named Joe Burrows? Man, last year was phenomenal for him, man. Right. Oh, it was phenomenal. Right. But the Cincinnati Bengals sucked enough to get him, right?
Right.
We didn't have that opportunity. The last time the Cowboys had that chance and opportunity to get like a Joe Burrows type of talent was 2016, right?
Exactly.
And that doesn't guarantee, because Carson Wentz and Jared Goff, I don't think that there's a lot of people banging on the table saying, hey, Cowboys, would you rather have Jared Goff now or Carson Wentz? No.
You got that right.
But I appreciate you, man. Detective, that's what I got you saved as. I forgot what's...
Hey, I appreciate that you took my list on there. CeeDee, that's my name on that one. So
that's you, man. I mean, put Detective CeeDee on here, man, so I can get your whole name down. Appreciate you, man.
All right, you have a good day, brother.
Anytime, man. That's a good call from him, man. Real good call. Let me see if I can get him some horns in this day. He has good ways of. Yeah, I got a button over here and a button over there. As we roll through this list, man, I got MJ who been waiting patiently, man. MJ!
What up, family?
Nothing to you. Talk to me, man.
Shalom. Yes, sir. How you doing?
Man, I'm well, man. I can't complain.
Yeah, man. I'm loving it. It's all about my boy. Gotta make sure my man give him that protection so he could be an all-star. You give him that protection, he's gonna have one of the best years ever. I think he could do it. It's all up that front. Have that front line blocking for this young man, and Kellen Moore give that man a right plays. But sometimes Dak got to do a Tony Romo. You see that stupid play, and Dak got to see, okay, now I'm gonna change this.
Mm-hmm.
You got to do it. That don't follow Kellen Moore, or he gonna send you down a sinking ship sometime, because he get greedy with that stupid pass and stuff.
Yeah.
But if you do pass, I was watching a quarterback from Cincinnati, and he throwing to that Chase. He just was throwing the ball. Do the same thing with CeeDee Lamb. Throw that ball up to him, because CeeDee will go get it.
Yeah.
Because all their receivers for the Cowboys are high point the ball. Even Washington. In the new receiver, he'll do that too. But I got a feeling, man, in the preseason, man, if the guy that run a 4-3 semi, I'm gonna tell Simi the first play, I'm just gonna throw this bomb and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that, because that's what you do. That's what you use the preseason for. Man, let me work on my long ball. And them teams say, oh man, they throwing deep now. Man, that'll open up that whole field. You got to scare them big people. Don't be scared. Scare them.
Scare them with the deep ball.
You got it.
I feel exactly what you're saying on all of that, man. I can't complain about that, man. You got to be able to utilize the full field. There is a clip that I got out there. Matter of fact, keep talking. I'm gonna bring it up right quick while you're talking. I'm gonna pull up this clip. Keep going. I produce it and everything. It's one man show, man. I wish I had a producer I could snap like this and then pull up that film. But keep talking right quick while I pull up this one up, man.
Yeah, man. So Cowboy fan, we gotta scare these teams this year. We could dink and dunk. That's gonna be our thing. But we gotta do like Brady when he had Randy Moss. But we got them speed. Throw it. Just throw it. Make them scared. I said he was they see Dak throwing them bombs on them,
Yeah.
they're going to make them scared. That would scare them, trust me. They say, man, they trying to kill us. They trying to put that, you know, they trying to knock us out. They trying to do the knockout punch to Mike Tyson. So that's all the Cowboys. We just got to scare these teams, be creative, and we got to run that rock, too. Got to run that rock, man. If we can run that rock, we'll be very good this year. Sweep left, sweep right, 20 Dorset days. Screen left, screen right, screen middle. You know, get them tight ends, 12, play that 12 package. So we could be a very dangerous team if our offensive coordinator just be very creative and put the pressure on the other teams. We attack them. Don't let them attack us. That's what happens to the Cowboys.
Big
you know
facts.
what I'm saying?
Big facts.
You know, we got to attack them. Don't let them attack us.
Be aggressive in that aspect of it. You right.
Oh, yeah. Because
Nah.
our defense finna come at it. They finna see blitzes they never seen in their life. With all that speed, they don't know where them linebackers coming from. The middle, the corner, that's how you put, ooh. And I'm going to tell you, Joseph, like my man Joseph, he finna start. I'm telling y'all. That boy got skills. Fast, got skills. He knows. I bet all his family members tell, man, do not mess with your life. Stay around. Stay away from the knucklehead. Don't hang with them no more. Tell them sorry, man.
Man, I appreciate you, MJ, man. You allowed me enough time to pull up this film. And get one other thing off your chest, man, before I let you go, fam.
But the other thing, like I say, the way we're going to make it to this championship, Kellen Moore, keep our quarterback upright, and win in the trenches.
Win in the
How
trenches,
about them
man.
Cowboys?
How about them,
Shout out
baby?
to Locke.
Appreciate you, MJ, man. You always
Shalom.
bringing in some good stuff, man. Appreciate you, my brother. All right, so this is what I wanted to say right quick. I want to pull this up because most people say, why don't Dak just throw this thing deep? Why don't Dak just go ahead and just go deep? And I want to tell you guys, man, I love football, but you got to understand in the full context of everything. They're going to rush 4, and you see these guys right here? You see these guys right here? They're going to drop them. Everybody drops. There's nobody open. Look, God, dog, I got to hit the film button. Hold on, let me drag it right here. If we're going to hit play right here. Run it. There's a good catch underneath. But that's what they was given out of this particular system. So they're going to drop 7. There's nobody that's in threat of taking the top off the defense. I love my dog Lamb. I love Cedric Wilson. But Cedric Wilson versus Patrick Surtain, I'm not finna do that route. I'm not finna just try to say I'm going to squeeze it over the top over Simmons and Surtain. I'm not finna do that. And on top of that, the only reason why I believe that Schultz got open on this play is because he slipped. In this particular defense or against this defense, you run on it. You don't continue to throw at it. And I'm going to play it. I wish I could have slow motion mode, but here we're going to hit play. Stop it. Dak Prescott, they got pressure with 4. He's rolling, running for his life. He's singing, Kumbaya, my Lord. I'm running for my life. He's running for his life. He rolls out, and he finds Schultz in a zone situation. You can't, people, this is another thing. Why don't he throw players open? You can't throw somebody open in a zone. The receiver got to find the soft spots in the zone. You can't throw with anticipation in the zone. You got guys that's going to jump those routes, hop those routes. They are sitting on all of those routes. There's no threat of taking the top off the defense, by the way. There's no threat. I don't care if somebody say, hey, hit a quick hitch right here to this receiver right here. It's second and long. It's second and long. His route is already predicated to run that stick. So they are running vertical routes. These are vert routes in zone. There's nothing he can do about that. The proper read would be, hey, just run the ball. Nothing he can do. They covered. Look at all those DBs in the back. That's how they play the Cowboys. They don't care about the run. And he still got pressure. Law, do you have any more evidence of that? Yeah, let's look at this play. Let's see how the Chiefs played the Cowboys. They said, shoot, look at that Denver tape. We can emulate to say. How many people y'all think they're going to send? Okay, let's hit play. 4. Still got pressure in the face. But Law, he should have hit who he should have hit on this play. There's no one he could have hit. No one. Excuse me. No one he can hit on this play. Who is in threat of taking the top off the defense? Nobody, baby. Hit play. Who's open? Who's open? He's reading from the strong side to the weak. This is the weak side, strong side. Everybody covered like a blanket. This is your underneath. And you get mad at your quarterback for taking the underneath route. He got a guy that's finna beat this guy. He's already lost. He's already lost. This is a sack. If he waits a fraction of a second, this is a sack. And I know you guys tired of him hitting the underneath. Look where he got to go. This is like was it 2nd and 15, 3rd and 15, I believe, on this play. There's nothing the Cowboys can do. Hit play. He still get hit. That's a throwaway. I digress. Let me let my guy, 707, you live. You've been waiting here patient. You live. Josh, you live.
Hey, man, what's up, Law? How you doing?
Man, I'm well, man. I can't complain.
Hey, man, I just had I want to talk about that. Just one quick thing. That caller three callers ago, man, you can't sit here and say Dak overrated, boy. You have Jameis Winston to worry about and your coach. Sean Payton not even on your team no more. Worry about that before you talk about the Cowboys. And second of all, we were talking about the top 10. We were talking about the top 10 of the Cowboys, and I'm gonna read you my list. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I got Zach Martin number 1. I got Dak Prescott number 2. I got Micah Parsons number 3. I got Trayvon Diggs number 4. I got DeMarcus Lawrence number 5.
Right.
I got Tyron Smith number 6. I got CeeDee Lamb number 7. I got Michael Gallup number 8. I got my man Kearse at 9. And 10 is a tough one, but you can throw in Tony or Zeke. Your personal preference, that's up to you. Me, I'm going to go Tony, but that's my top 10, man.
It's a top 10, man. It's a good list, man.
Dak would be number 1. Dak is – I just hate all this hate Dak getting sometimes because it's like I called in, maybe like 2 weeks ago saying Dak can't win big games, this and that. And I just sat on it a while, and I'm like, you know what? Dak will win us the Super Bowl. Mark my damn words. He will win us the goddamn Super Bowl. With this money that we paid him, there is no way in hell that he will not get us a ring. I could bet my life on it. He is going to do it for us. Maybe not this year. It's going to happen, though. Mark these words.
Yeah.
And people still talk about, let me bring something else in. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with no O-line. He went there. You guys remember the Titans game where he got sacked out of the fucking earth and still won the game?
Yeah.
I'm telling you. I know they're going to hate on our O-line, that can't do it if we don't have an O-line. Yes, he can, man. Yes, he can. We need Jalen Tolbert to step up. I really just want to see T.J. Baxter get some shine, man. I really want to see that man get some shine. But I have full faith in the Cowboys this year. I sat on it, and it's like, you guys got to look at it. We went 12-4 last season, man. We lost to the Niners, but, hey, we went 12-4. Does that not say anything?
Yeah, this is the thing. They went back to philosophy of, let's be ready and be prepared. So those boys on that team, they looking at it like this. They bring in mentality, and with mentality, hopefully, when they get back to the playoff game, that they would get that taste out of their mouths. They got to balance this thing up and run the rock. Just like you said, your guy, Joe Burrows loved the kid, man. From Ohio, went all the way to LSU. Remarkable.
And I'm not comparing talent, I'm not saying, Jack Joe, but like he did get sacked hell of times, and people do blame the O-line for Dak, Dak like losses basically, but like, come on, man, went to the Super Bowl, guys. I gotta lighten up on that.
Yeah, I mean, with that, he did go to the Super Bowl. Yeah, but it is what it is. You Josh, right? Yep, Josh. Yeah, Josh, man, it is what it is, man. It's a situation where this is 7th year, and we'll be looking to see if he can do something now if the offensive line stay healthy and they bring balance. If they bring balance, I already yelled out when they run the ball north of 25 attempts, he's 30-0. That's the secret sauce. My magical number is 25, right? I just want them to get back to running the rock, play some balanced football, let those boys who's sitting on top of the roof, let them come down a little bit. I think where Dak Prescott flourish is more so on man-to-man defense, single high safety look. I think that's where Dak Prescott is good at. But that zone, throwing it into the zone is just terrible for him.
Exactly. Well said. And last year, like, I was a little hard on him because, I failed to realize he did come off an injury. And I failed to realize that. He did come off an injury. And he took us to the playoffs. I don't care what anybody says, took us to the playoffs. We lost, but, hey, he took us there. And after him saying he's the most healthiest he's been ever, I mean, we've heard him say that a lot. But, I don't know, I have a lot of faith in what he said this time, I'm going to be honest. And all I want to say is, man, all these people, there's like, I saw a lot of Cowboy fans, oh, go get Debo. We got $25 million in cap space. Let me tell you something, bro. Tony Pollard is supposed to be Debo Samuel before Debo Samuel. We don't need Debo. Tony is our guy for that. We want to put Tony at wide receiver, put him at halfback. He can do that. So I just want them to really, really, really use Tony a lot this season, because this is his last season with us, and then we maybe have to pay him or let him go.
Yeah, well, this is a contract year for him, so they're gonna have to do something.
Exactly.
They're gonna have to do something, man,
in order
to keep him.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be a little shocked they let him go by next season.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be one of those things. Man, I appreciate you for calling in, fam. I thank you, man, for
no problem, man.
For your
intellect. Keep up the show and let's go them Cowboys. We on that.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. Salute.
Yep.
Josh calling in. All right, and appreciate everybody that's waiting in the call hold right there. Y'all hold tight, man. Shout out to Jake Versick, man. He sent that Bree got some pictures. Shout out to Bree with the beautiful pictures of my guy Gallup on the sideline working the core, smiling, being his smiling, cheerful self. Hold on right quick, Cowboy Nation. I'm gonna put y'all on mute right quick.
Nowadays, nothing really insightful. Only one of me and nobody like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blinging, she icy.
All right, appreciate y'all for the hold. All right, so yeah, she got some more pictures. I got my guy just been waiting here patiently, man. Coach Marv, you live, Coach Marv.
What's going on, Law?
Nothing to it.
Hey, man, check this out, man. You got two issues, man.
Talk to me, man.
One I got with you, Law. You talking about these 25 carries.
25 is what I'm looking for, man.
30 is your. Let me tell you why 30 is your target. If you have a good offensive game plan and your offense is doing what they need to do, they usually run in the playoff in a NFL game between 65 to 70 plays.
Mm-hmm.
If you run 25, you're talking about Dak throwing the ball 50 times. 30 carry. Because if if you control the ball, you're gonna get between 65 to 70 plays. So when you talking about 25, we wrap back into the pass after 70% pass.
Now with Dak, I was looking for anywhere from 22 to 24 attempts.
So that's why you got to hit your time. And I'm gonna tell you what two great teams did this in the Super Bowl game. The Rams coach said before the game, and he made sure he did it. He said our target was 30 carries.
Target was 30.
Even though they wouldn't even run the ball. That's right. And Shanahan for the for San Francisco, he targets 30 carries, and he says their winning percentage when they get to their 30 carries is much better. So they're gonna get their 30 carries. I don't care how the game is played. That's their target. They're gonna get their 30. They're gonna get their 30 handoffs. Now it might be in a multitude of ways, but they're gonna get their 30 carries.
Now, Coach Bob, unless you are picked up and implanted and transplanted into the Cowboys locker room to tell Kellen Moore to run the ball 30 times, I don't see. I'm at least saying give me 25, and I know they're gonna at least try to give you 20.
But well, check this out, Law. I shouldn't have to do that because if you got any salt,
right,
as an offensive coordinator, you should know the metrics of your team and what it's successful with.
Right.
Not your ego or what you want to be successful with. You should already see that metrics has been working not for this year, but for several years. Why would you go against the metric and then say call yourself right when you come up short?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying. And my thing is this. Wins sell tickets.
Yeah. Wins do.
So that's what I'm saying. So that and that's not becoming a run first team. Because if you get to those 70 plays, Dak is still getting his 35 to 38 passes a game.
Yeah.
That's the metric. If you run anything under 50 plays in a game, those teams losing.
Yeah.
60, 65. If you get to 70, 75, 10, most times 80% of the teams winning. The amount of plays you run against and great defenses do not like the 80 plays run against. I don't care how great your defense is. You get 80 plays run against, it's going to spring leaks.
Big facts.
I'm just telling you that these are the metrics in every football league you're going to find. And we retaliate, but the more you get chopping at that tree, the less plays a great defense run, the better production you're going to get out of. Now, that's my first point out. Second thing. It is blasphemy that Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard is not on these lists. I gave you a super chat, and you were saying, yes. You know how key Zeke was for the 6-game winning streak? He was averaging 17 carries and 95 yards a game.
Yeah. Say it again.
If you look at and let's take a game that he didn't average 95. When they came to big plays, and how many touchdowns did Zeke score? How can you say a guy that averaged that and was one of the leading guys on your team with touchdowns?
Yeah, he did. Dak,
and then
Zach had what, 30? He had 10 touchdowns, right? Last season? 10 or 8.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, and then Tony Pollard scored in different ways. He scored on special teams as in the run and as in the offense. If these two people are not on your top 10 list, I don't understand where you come. This is where again, I would expect it from the other media sources, the 3-letter word, the ESPN and the other one. But see, this is where it gets bad when our own people overlook the production. Because in those 6 games, when he was running for 40 yards, when he was healthy, when he was breaking that run in Carolina, when he was running that 140 yards in that game, those games that Ezekiel had that key play in Minnesota where he got that first down, when he broke 3-4 tackles in the passing game, as well as block with a torn PCL, I'm not saying, but Tony Pollard and Zeke has to be in the top 10 players on this team.
Okay.
And we name it Dalton Schultz. And then if we want to go for the history of Zeke, let's check the record that Zeke, when he gets 17 carries. Let's check the record on that. About 85%.
I'm pulling up. Look, I'm trusting what you said, and I'm verifying everything you said. I'm finna share with everybody now. And all right, so I gotta do it like this. I just deleted one when you put it up there. All right, so the Cowboys have a record of 52-16 with 25 plus attempts since 2016. That's one record tally that you was talking about, but you said 30.
Mm-hmm.
So it deleted the other one, but I'm gonna pull this one up. The Dallas Cowboys have a record of 9-0 with 30 or more attempts since 2021. So let me see for those who are out there that's looking, and we're using StatMuse as a source there, and you guys can fight with them whether or not they're right. And the Cowboys have a record of 52-16 with 25 plus attempts since 2016. So I feel what you're saying, fam. I'm not here to go against that because I love that aspect of it. Let me pull up the 30. Hold on. Go ahead.
Run into it.
Go ahead.
That's why I think we run into it.
Uh-huh.
We have to distinguish of exciting and winning.
Yeah.
See, that's why I love San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
See, Shanahan don't care about what y'all talk about, how exciting it be. Because he understands, like in the championship games, you'll be excited.
Yeah.
We worry about proving that Dak is a $40 million quarterback.
Yeah, that's the
and
problem.
And he is already proving that anyway. In this playoff thing, I like what you talked about with that caller who was talking about Dak was overrated. If you was my lawyer in court and you was presenting the case for the defense to get reasonable doubt,
right,
you would have had him shaking on the stand because after you got finished with him, I thought he was going to say, well, no, I take that back. Dak is not, because when you start pointing out playoff games that Dak won against Seattle, performances, this is a narrative that they're setting to say, oh, well, Dak is overrated. Yeah. And every time he proves something, they move the goalpost. Yeah. So if he gets in the NFC Championship game, they're going to say he's overrated because he don't win the Super Bowl.
True that.
Dak, and if he win the Super Bowl, he don't win multiple Super Bowls, and they're going to say, he overrated, man. The greatest quarterback win 2 Super Bowls.
Hey, I love it when we get onto that aspect of it, you know. Hey, can he win one bowl? If he win, look, right now, if he win one Super Bowl, that would at least give me at least a 20 more year high. You know what I'm saying?
We can't get by that. We good there. I mean, we as Cowboy fans, we good there.
Yeah.
But for anybody, and I will say it again,
right.
And I love Brian Barber, but for anybody to watch this year and see when we was at our premium offensively,
right,
and when he was healthy, that this guy was not a key factor, because I would tell you this, Law, and I was saying this from the roof. If you was to go into every defensive coordinator's room in the league, and ask them, who do I need to stop if I want to win? I guarantee you, if they're honest, they're not going to let Zeke beat them. Because when Zeke runs, the record shows that they win.
You are preaching, because when I looked up everything, and also when I looked up the clip of like when they, you know what, dog it. Tonight, I'm going to go ahead and do that video. I'm going to pull up all of Ezekiel Elliott and Tony Pollard film when they on the field at the same time. I'm going to do it tonight off of the sure strength of what we have talking about right now. and I'm going to put in some more work just like I pull up and cut up all of these clips of Dalton Schultz. I'm going to do the Tony Pollard and as well as the Ezekiel Elliott film tonight. I appreciate you, Coach Marv.
I'm going to say one more thing, Law, before I go.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy fans, let's don't fall for the biggest trick, the biggest mirage that ever was in sports and anything.
Uh-huh.
That's to try to say things that they really don't mean to get you off of things.
Ooh.
And what I say that is the 4-letter word, the 3-letter word, and all the pundits always talk about Dak, how he needs to do it. He needs to put it on his back. And they always talk about Zeke. He's overrated. He's washed up. Because they already know if you get back to the Dak and Zeke show and you give Dak, Zeke, and Tony Pollard the carries, they know they're not going to be able to stop you.
Right.
But they rally you to give you diversion and tell you, he can't throw for 400 yards, so you can go ahead and do it. And when you fail, then they sit back and say, you dummy.
Big facts. Oh, my God. Big facts, man. Man, you spitting at me, man. I appreciate you, Coach.
All right, man. Have a good one, brother.
You as well, man. It's a good call from Coach Marv, man. And he brought up the facts, man. I don't know if he'll use Stat Muse or that stat website that I use or sometimes. But shout out to him, man. Before I let another caller in right quick, let me just go over what he was saying basically. And I'm not saying that the Cowboys had such a big lead that they said, okay, let's just run the ball to close out the game. To that point, when you guys, I'm going to try to share this link too so you guys can look at the games that they're talking about too, because they brought the facts with the information, not just of like, okay, this is because we were winning. It says here the Dallas Cowboys have a record of 52-16 with 25-plus rushing attempts since 2016. Okay? And you guys can look that part up. And then I asked them, and this is from StatMuse, the Dallas Cowboys have a record of 9-0 with the 30-plus rushing attempts in 2021. So this last season. So out of the 12 games that we won, write this down, that the Cowboys have a winning percentage. This is what Coach Marv said. He wanted to run. He said 30 times. Look, if that's the formula to win the game, they say, Law, how you win? How you make sweet potato pie? I can't start buying apples, right? Law, I want that apple pie. I can't start buying pecans or pecan. You got to do the formula, right? That's just how it is. But they also list the games. The Chargers, Philly, Carolina, the Giants, New England, Atlanta, Washington, Giants, and Philly. They had 30-plus rushing attempts. And I don't think outside of the Philadelphia Eagles game, Washington game, yeah, and Atlanta game, yeah, we were leading. So, yeah, you can get your attempts more. But that's the formula. All right, so let's go back to this right here. The Cowboys are 42-6 with 30-plus rushing attempts since 2016. And I'm not saying, I'm saying that the Cowboys' sweet number is 25. But to Coach Marv's thought track, he said it, and I'm just relaying the message. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys do your homework, and I'm going to copy this link right here, and you can go and study the games that they played and let me know where those 42 games were pretty much games that we already had locked up and won. And they were just running the clock out, right? We were just trying to protect the lead. And I already gave y'all the stat sheet of when Cowboys are up with Dak Prescott. They ain't losing. Dak don't figure out ways to lose games. There's never been a situation where we up by 28 points and Dak Prescott is healthy under center and we lose that game. There's never been a situation like that. Or if we up by 14, if we up by 10. If Dak Prescott got a 10-point lead on you, you're not winning that game. You might as well say, you know what, the Cowboys, even in the first or the second quarter, if Dak Prescott up by 10, you might as well count that as a dub for Dak Prescott because he's going to figure out a way. But neither here nor there. Follow this link right here, and it will, in that way you can do your own homework and your own research to see whether or not those are factual numbers. 42-6. I don't know about you guys, but 42-6 seems like a good number. Ain't that right? 863, talk to me.
Man, what's up, Law? What's up, Cowboy Nation? Law, listen, let me congratulate you, man. I had no idea that you was on as many platforms as you are. My boy's on Roku, YouTube, Facebook. Man, I was messing around last night, bro. I even saw you on X videos. I'm like, how in the world did X videos get? I'm like, this man is, dude, you can watch a little piece of booty and sports at the same time. I was so elated. I ain't gonna tell you what I was doing on there, but I saw you, Law. That's awesome.
Yes, indeed.
Hey, bro, when you start saying Mr. Nasty time, bro, I was like, oh, okay, I see how you got it. They put you on X videos, man. Mr. Nasty time. I want to bring up two things, man, because some of these calls been good and some stuff has been, very dope what they've been saying. But here's the thing about raising kids. I want to bring up something. You got kids that are yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
And then you have the other kids that are kind of rebellious. They're yes, sir, no, ma'am type of kid, but they got a little rebellious side.
Right.
That's what I want to see that's who Dak Prescott is. He's a yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. When he get up to that line, whatever plays they call for him, that's what he does. He don't change much at all. Because when you go back to when Scott Linehan was the offensive coordinator, and Amari Cooper said, hey, bro, they're biting on this play. Do this instead of this and watch us score. And then they went out there and did it. We need to do more of that. That needs to be a F-U, I got this.
I got this.
That's what he needs. That's what I want to see more of. And also, I want to see Dak run more. Last year, he was running. That was balling out. And the MVP competition going on. Dak threw the ball and he ran some. Jerry didn't roll him to run. Remember, they kept saying, why is he running? He scored a touchdown. I think he was playing against Atlanta.
Yeah.
And he pushed his way into the end zone. Yeah. Dak is still strong, but they didn't want him to run. If there are a lot of men that play Dak Prescott type ball, we can go farther than what we are, because in that San Francisco game, it was plenty of opportunities to run, but he didn't run. And I think we need to run more. Also, efficiency is better than the ooh la la. We look for those bomb plays to be that ooh la la. Oh my God, look, did y'all see that? I don't want my quarterback to throw in between 8 and 9 defenders just to prove a point.
Right.
Because if it get intercepted, then y'all gonna have more to say. Oh, he sucks. He this, he that, and the other. Man, forget
big facts.
All that efficiency. What help us win and what get us the wins with this man is playing that Prescott type ball. If he don't throw for 400 and get 275, 2 touchdowns and 1 rushing, I'm going to eat that up all day and wear my jersey just as proud as Tom Brady throwing for 508 touchdowns. We still want to get there in games. Point blank, period. Because when people get on ESPN and they hear all this ooh la la and all this bull crap that they put in your ears, then you come back and you start bashing your own quarterback who is actually balling and having a great year. Efficiency, guys, we got to do it, because once you start throwing interceptions from trying to thread the needle and force it like you was doing with Dez Bryant at one time, you're going to talk about them. They're going to be bad. And last but not least, not last, I don't care who's in the top 10. I don't care who's in the Cowboys top 10, because we've been in the top 10 and the top bottom and still end up losing. We just want wins. I don't care who's in the top 10. Forget all that. I don't care about none of that. You know what I'm saying? Win. Because with all of us winning and when Zeke is healthy, bro, Zeke was toting that rock, getting 140 yards, 120, this and another. Zeke was back until he got hurt.
Big facts.
When we get hurt, bro, we don't perform on the job, on our normal jobs like we do. We stay home, we call in until we heal. That man didn't get a chance to really heal, but he's still blocking his butt off, still playing. Come on, man, this is a contact sport. Some people got CTE right now because of that contact sport. So if this man is trying to play through an injury, look, sit him down and let him heal, but don't sell him out because he's like not the efficient one that he was before he got injured. And the last thing, bro, our 90s Cowboys championship teams. We had drug dealers and we had womanizers. We need some of them on our team.
Wait a minute. Now.
Tell me I'm lying. Because here's the thing. They live life wild outside of football, so they brought the wild play, the mentality to football. They didn't give a hoot. Michael Irvin wanted that ball, and they care what your mama said about it. I'm going to get that ball. We need dogs on offense that give me the freaking ball. Man. I don't care about spreading the ball around.
They had Paul Tagliabue though as the commish, man. We got a hater now, man. Good damn, man. If you can give me Paul Tagliabue, however you say that man's name, I don't know if he's still alive, but if you can give me somebody like him, man, that don't give a dog about all of that, then we can have some drug dealers, man.
Tell me this. We got boss man fat. His lips is black as my goddamn shoes. Now tell me this. Ain't nothing but weed. Ain't nothing but a little bit of weed. Ain't nothing but a little bit of weed. But tell me this, right? Remember when Zeke was out partying and stuff and getting in trouble?
Yeah.
Zeke was playing happy. I'm a bust you in the mouth type football.
Right.
When he got in trouble and got suspended, he came back and his production went down. It wasn't because no goddamn offensive line. He wasn't playing happy. This year he was playing happy, and I'm busting him out. And he got hurt. Tell me I'm lying. Watch. Because that man was doing great. Even when he was, suspended, I'm not suspended. Suspended, I'm not suspended. He was still putting up numbers. Right. He would have had the rushing title that year, but he got those 6 games, man. But we need to just play ball and play it well and play to our strengths. We could have won last year. We could have won the year before that, bro. Just play to your strengths, man. I almost met Mario Cooper this weekend. I'm still in Baltimore, so I went to New York Saturday, and he went live. That cat was in Brooklyn, New York, bro, at a barbershop.
Oh, wow.
I got him. I just missed him. I was going to beg him to come back, man. I just missed him when I got in that barbershop. But, man, that's all I got, man.
Man,
Cowboy
appreciate
Nation,
you, man.
Let's support our team. All right, man. All right, well, I'm going to go back to X video and see you again tonight.
All right, bro. Salute. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dog.
Yo, that brother right there, man. Check him out. Oh, my God, man. Get off of X video, man. The community is strong, Cowboy Nation. It is strong, man.
Nation camp, and then, coming right into the, the integration with the veterans. This is clearly the smoothest, group that we've had, and it's just real credit to, the extra time they've put in.
All right, so this is what we gonna do, man. I literally got to do some more software stuff over here on my end. So for those that's in the chat, man, that's in the call center, in the call room, 910-757-4443, Mr. Passion, all of y'all got to call back in. I'm gonna catch this interview, and then we will be back live. Let's say around 5, man. Hey, it was a beautiful show. Be sure to hit those like buttons, share this content, let a friend or a neighbor know where to go. Somebody put down how long I've been live too. This is way too long for me, but I appreciate you guys so much for being part of this episode. And if you guys got anybody else that's out there live right now, I know that normally at 3, you may have the volume with my guy Voch Lombardi and Scott Walker. They may be live. Y'all can check out their content and information. You don't have to say, man, Law sent me over here and all of that, but please check out them. I got a few things I got to take care over here on my day-to-day operations. And let me see if they're live over there, because I don't, I've been live for so long. And let's see if I can type in the volume, and see if they're live, because I know that they do a show as well, and I don't, here we go. Yeah, let me see if they're live. Appreciate everybody for tuning in.
I feel, but the problem with that is
he
assassinates people. We just can't be associated Dandy
paints
with these Italian mafia people.
Yeah, so here we go.
Dandy, you know what I mean?
Check out them. Click that link right now.
Tune in every day, you get all the inside
that's
jokes.
in.
You just can't miss a show.
That's in the description box, Cowboy Nation, and go there and support their page. I played that song. Hey, mods, get those girls up out of here, man. Hold on, man. Y'all try to get them girls up out of here. What's wrong with y'all, man? Get out of here. Watch that jiggle. They mad. are mad. And I'm going to watch this interview, and I'll give you guys my thoughts of the interview as well. But check out my guys over there on the volume. And whoever else that's live that's got Cowboys content and creations, y'all be sure to check them out. And that is the volume under the link that I just sent your way. So Cowboy Nation, here you go right here, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Here we go. And here we go.
So now we have the Jerry Jones lenses. You know what
I mean? So
put on my
y'all
Jerry
check
Jones
out them.
so I can lie to y'all
and
tell y'all that Tyler Smith
let's go.
Larry Allen.
Cowboy
and
Nation.
Of that nature. Just never miss a show. But let's just introduce this thing, man. This is the volume. 306 is normally when we.
There we go. So y'all check them out, the volume. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Let me play my other outro. For those, here we go. Bam. Goodbye. One thing a man should always do is mainly to himself be true. Never allow someone to change your point of view unless what they bring makes sense to you. Never judge a man by sight alone or by the height he has grown. And when speaking, keep it at a moderate tone, because raised voices turn hearts into stone. You see, in the beginning, it was brother, I will ride with brother, roll with brother. The morals of life, live, love, and respect for another. Then there are those who will try to be smart. They will take a decent man and alter his heart until they seek to rip him apart. Those man, no man shall call friend, because they bend lies around the truth until they meet their end. This week is an important week, a vital week to the Cowboys unit, and we gotta have guys that's healthy, right? We gotta have mindsets that's straight. Shout out to you, Miss Scouting Pro, appreciate you. Cowboy Sports Report by Charles in Charge, appreciate you. Can't find those creators? I put the link in the description box. Be sure, here's the link. Click on that link, and it will take you over to the volume side. Be sure to share their content and watch their content over there. All right, Cowboy Nation, that's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. We about. I like how that beat come in. Aaron Lois, shout out to you. Too and long. You ain't lying. Too long. Appreciate everybody. Shout out to Coach Marv. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Let's go. Hey. Shout out to Cowboys Experience. You can check this episode out there as well. Coach Marv, Jay Versi, DT, thank you for your donations to help elevate the nation. I'm just warming up a way till I come on. Old producers saw the numbers one. Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a shout out to Jake, the great 18. Oh, run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up. Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on bling and she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. No. Jeez. No, please. Hold on. We got some breaking news we got to talk about right now. Oh, we got some breaking news. Hey, man, it just came in. Oh. It's all in popping, baby. I don't think you guys was able to hear it, but that's okay. Let's turn me back up. We'll figure it out another time.
You must be out of your goddamn mind.
That's crazy how that sounded went away, but it's all good. We up out. Let's go.
I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives. Need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Revan now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with J, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up. Count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I've been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Have to take it to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Kinda check a song. Lately, I just wanna run it up.
We answered, I talked stuff, I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's a better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna flap the hat one more time for the Eagles for the hard fight they did?
Let's go Birds, fly Eagles, flies.